For the past 20 years, Temecula has grown and thrived. A vibrant city established by people who wanted to build a strong foundation for a solid future. Temecula's foundation for success rests on the bedrock of our exceptional quality of life, consistent local leadership, outstanding civic partnerships, and a resilient business community. As economic trends ebb and flow, that foundation remains firm. A stable footing to begin again, to grow, to look ahead, and grab the promise that lies just around the corner. Temecula's future is bright because we have planned well. We have developed strong partnerships, supported strong leadership, and rewarded strong entrepreneurship. The perfect building blocks in Temecula's foundation for success.
It is now my distinct honor to introduce the Mayor of Temecula, the Honorable Mary Ann Edwards. Mary Ann, thank you for your commitment and for all that you do to make the Temecula's quality of life unsurpassed.
Well, good morning. First, thank you for getting up so early. I am Mary Ann Edwards, and it's my honor to serve as Temecula's mayor for 2009. Thank you for being here today as we look back at the successes of 2008 and we look ahead to what's in store for 2009. First, I would like to introduce and thank the first family, my husband of 32 years. I know, I got married when I was 9. My husband of 32 years, Tom, and our daughters, Corey and Casey. Our son's working today, so thank goodness for that. He couldn't be here. Serving on the city council, as you may well imagine, and as mayor is quite time-consuming, and I want my family to know that I love them very much and appreciate their understanding and their fondness for leftovers. I'd also like to thank the second family, that would be Mission Oaks National Bank. They allow me the flexibility to serve the residents of Temecula regardless of where they bank. So my thanks to Mission Oaks President Gary Vitopka and Executive Vice President Keith Johnson and the Mission Oaks team and all the directors. One of the city's most valued partners is the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce. We appreciate their outstanding effort in hosting this event. And I'd like to ask that everyone that served on the State of the City Committee to please stand so that we can recognize you and thank you for your efforts. So would you stand up, please? This takes a lot of work to put on this event. So thank you, committee members. I see you back there. Establishing the tone for this year's State of the City was a challenge. We all know that there's a bear in the woods. This economic bear has ravaged every sector of our community, including the city of Temecula. Like business owners and residents, the city has faced difficult decisions this past year. The economic slowdown impacting every sector of the community resulted in decreased sales tax revenue and the indefinite postponement of several large private development projects. To address the decrease in both revenue and the need for development services, the city adjusted temporary development-related staffing to meet current demands and streamlined departmental budgets, utilizing job consolidation. The city looked the bear squarely in the eye and took immediate steps to protect Temecula's strong foundation. City staff at every level has stepped up to ensure that services to Temecula residents and businesses remain unaffected. As a result, the city has balanced the mid-year and 2008-09 budgets without touching emergency reserves or reducing programs or services to residents or businesses. Like the city of Temecula, the business community has been forced to make adjustments in daily operations. We all know that, and we understand. But you've done it, knowing that there will be better days ahead. History has shown that bears come and go, but the foundation for success that we've established over the last 20 years remains constant and stable. Temecula is a strong, proud city of rugged and stubborn individuals who will work their way around any bear that lumbers into town. We're survivors. We've never backed down from a fight, and we're not about to start now. So today's State of the City will address you, the champions, the rugged individuals, and everyone who has helped to make Temecula the strong and stable city that we call home. It will highlight the positive, it will encourage, and hopefully it will inspire. We do have so much to be proud of. So let's take a look at 2008 and some of the great things we've added to our foundation for success. Temecula is a wonderful place to live, work, and raise a family. That was true in 1989, it's true today, and it will be true tomorrow. Temecula's business community is a vital part of the rock-solid foundation that makes Temecula so successful and that sustains us through every storm. A successful business community needs an environment that's conducive to commerce. Over the past 20 years, the city of Temecula has worked hard to provide just that kind of environment. Temecula has excellent public safety with outstanding police and fire protection, comprehensive emergency preparedness planning, mechanisms to ensure structural safety, and effective and efficient laws and ordinances. Temecula has an outstanding quality of life with clean air, beautiful surroundings, unequaled recreational opportunities, and wonderful amenities like our theater, museums, and libraries. Temecula will continue to provide exceptional infrastructure. This includes roads, utilities, and responsible development. Our future is bright. We have a balanced budget with a 30% reserve. We've attracted numerous colleges and universities. High-tech businesses continue to move to and expand in Temecula, and Old Town is the place to be. Our strong business community, anchored in the rock-solid foundation established by the city of Temecula over the last 20 years, is the key to our success as a city and as a community. It is the thing that will sustain us in troubled times, and we know from experience that we will emerge stronger and better. We are Temecula. We don't just survive, we thrive. Here's why. The City of Temecula has a strong commitment to public safety. It is our highest priority and the most critical element in maintaining our exceptional quality of life.
The Temecula Police Department continues to exceed the City Council's goal of 1 officer per 1,000 residents. This exceptional staffing level translates to a faster response to calls and keeps the crime rate low. Our police department also takes a proactive approach, focusing on crime prevention and citizen contact and education, with the help of our Community Action Patrol and school resource officers. Temecula's fire service staffing levels are among the best in the state, with advanced medical services personnel on each city fire engine. This high level of staffing provides increased safety for our firefighters and our citizens.
The city places a high priority on maintaining our exceptional quality of life. We have beautiful mountain views, clean air, prestigious schools, pristine trail systems, California's #1 wine country, picturesque historic Old Town, state-of-the-art libraries, museums, a diverse menu of housing, and wonderful parks and recreation facilities.
In 2008, the City of Temecula partnered with the Western Riverside County Regional Conservation Authority to purchase 64 acres of highly visible land on the city's western escarpment, the hills west of Old Town. The land was conveyed to the Regional Conservation Authority and will remain permanent open space as habitat for the Multiple Species Habitat Conservation Plan. The City of Temecula prioritizes preservation of open space to provide the community with beautiful hiking trails, natural habitat, and undeveloped areas. The Murrieta Creek Multipurpose Trail was just completed along Diaz Road, adjacent to the west bank of Murrieta Creek. The trail provides a great recreational area and linear park for residents, with biking and walking trails extending between Rancho California and Winchester roads. Construction of the new YMCA at Margarita Community Park is complete and provides additional recreational and educational opportunities. The first annual Temecula Special Games was held last month at Chaparral High School. The city, County of Riverside, Temecula Valley Unified School District, local churches, local businesses, hundreds of volunteers, and the Rotary Club of Temecula teamed up to host these very special athletes for a day that included Olympic-style opening ceremonies, followed by a variety of non-competitive games. The day was filled with food, fun, and friendship, and at the closing ceremonies, all 400 participants were presented with a t-shirt and a certificate marking the day's achievement. The City of Temecula and its community partners look forward to next year's special games, where everyone's a winner.
Temecula's bright future will be anchored in great local schools, higher education, a strong business community, and first-rate infrastructure. Schools and education are critical to the success of a community. You can have great schools in a failing city, but you'll never have a great city with failing schools. Temecula is thrilled to have a wonderful partnership with the Temecula Valley Unified School District, as well as our new partners in higher learning. We're honored to host a number of colleges and universities in our community, and some are working with the city to expand.
Cal State University San Marcos in Temecula at the Paul Goldring Garrett Institute for Higher Learning. In partnership with the city, Cal State San Marcos began offering classes in August of 2008. Their new facility opened in January 2009 to accommodate the accelerated nursing program. Currently, 48 nursing students are enrolled at the university's Temecula campus, with a waiting list of more than 300. Cal State San Marcos President, Dr. Karen Haynes, presented the City of Temecula with the university's Community Engagement Award to recognize the city for its role in the August 2008 founding of CSUSM's first satellite campus. Also in August of 2008, Mount San Jacinto Community College opened the MSJC Temecula Education Complex on Enterprise Circle South. The signing of a 3-year lease provided a campus for approximately 1,800 students enrolled in 13 programs including hospitality and viticulture. Chapman University, in partnership with Mount San Jacinto Community College, moved into the Temecula Education Complex in November. Chapman University announced the Early Advantage Agreement, which ensures that MSJC students participating in the Early Advantage program will be accepted into Chapman University upon completion of their associate degree. Concordia University has made a long-term commitment to Temecula residents. Sharing a building and working cooperatively with Rancho Family Medical Group, more than 100 students have earned bachelor and master's degrees since Concordia opened its doors in the fall of 2004. University of Redlands School of Business offers undergraduate and graduate business degrees in a unique 1 night per week, 2.5 year format. National University opened a unique online information center at Temecula's Winchester Marketplace in October 2008. The Information Center provides educational tools and interactive demonstrations to potential students so that they can explore National University's online courses. Temecula Valley Unified School District, TVUSD, has the highest test scores in Riverside County. 11 TVUSD schools are designated California Distinguished Schools. The school district also boasts award-winning athletics, music, and mock trial programs. TVUSD received a coveted Golden Bell Award from the California Schools Board Association for the district's elementary school ACE program. City-County Schools Partnership, established by the California School Boards Association, the CCSP has been formally adopted by the City of Temecula, TVUSD, and Riverside County to maximize collaborative efforts that benefit Temecula's students and families. Temecula Higher Education Foundation, a 501c3 nonprofit foundation, was formed to raise short and long-term capital to establish and maintain a permanent 4-year university campus in Temecula.
Temecula's crown jewel is our strong business community. Centrally located and close to San Diego, Los Angeles, and Orange counties, we're close enough to benefit, yet far enough to maintain our small town charm and neighborly ways. It is our businesses that drive our economic engine, providing jobs, revenue, and creating a synergy that attracts more and higher quality businesses to Temecula.
Abbott Vascular completed its 300,000 square foot expansion of office, laboratory, and manufacturing space, along with a large on-site parking structure and pedestrian bridge linking the original and new campuses. Abbott Vascular is Temecula's largest employer. Professional Hospital Supply is nearing completion of their 600,000 square foot distribution and corporate headquarters complex on 14 acres on the northwest side of Temecula. The Promenade Mall broke ground on their 126,000 square foot lifestyle center, which will house Williams-Sonoma, Pottery Barn, Sephora, and more. The ribbon cutting for this project was held March 26th with several thousand excited shoppers on hand. The Temecula Civic Center project is underway and will include a free 480-space public parking garage in Town Square with 52,000 square feet of mixed-use space. Over $22 million in private funds has been invested in Old Town since the Civic Center project was announced. The Old Town 5th Street mixed-use project will include over 2,000 square feet of retail space, almost 3,000 square feet of restaurant space, and close to 8,000 square feet of office space. This project is nearing completion and will be a wonderful addition to Old Town.
Infrastructure includes all the things we take for granted every day. Roads, bridges, traffic and street lights, signs, curbs, and structures. We expect the city to provide these things and to maintain them in good order, and rightfully so. Here's an impressive partial list of some of the infrastructure projects that you see in progress around Temecula.
The Pechanga Parkway Phase 2 improvements will widen Pechanga Parkway to 6 lanes from Temecula Parkway to Deer Hollow Way. This project will help streamline traffic flows and increase safety for residents. The Temecula Community Center expansion will add more than 3,600 square feet adjacent to the existing community center facility. The expanded space will accommodate additional services and programs for the community in partnership with Safe Alternatives for Everyone, or SAFE. Verizon Business Fios continues to expand services in Temecula, in the Old Town area, and portions of the business park.
Like your business, meticulous planning holds the key to Temecula's future. Decisions made in 1989 established the foundation that we now rely on to sustain us in 2009 and beyond. And that foundation is strong, built on tested principles of sound fiscal and physical planning and bolstered by the driving force of our business community. We face these challenging times head on. We will survive. We will emerge better and stronger because that's who we are. We are Temecula. And together, we formed a lasting foundation for success. And that foundation remains rock solid. As we join with our civic partners to make 2009 a better year for Temecula businesses and residents, those civic partners include the Chamber of Commerce, Southwest Riverside County Economic Development Corporation, the Temecula Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau, the Wine Growers Association, Pechanga, Old Town Temecula Business Association, the County of Riverside, Temecula Valley Unified School District, Cal State San Marcos, Concordia University, Mount San Jacinto, and the other institutions of higher learning, our church community, our nonprofit organizations, and the best business partners in Southern California. The strong associations we share are integral to Temecula's success, providing resources, access to information, our customer base, local sources for supplies and services, and a collective boost to the economy and the community. Like our civic partners, the city practices responsible budgeting by looking 5 years out in an effort to provide fiscal stability. This methodology and long-range approach also provides a schedule for targeted budgeting so that long-term projects are fully funded after 5 years without raising taxes or impacting our general fund. This common sense approach to fiscal management has resulted in a balanced budget every year since the city was incorporated in 1989 while maintaining a 30% budget reserve. It's an amazing achievement. In today's economy, you just can't imagine. It's an amazing achievement as far as cities go. In fact, on March 18th, Standard & Poor's upgraded the city of Temecula's credit rating from A to A+, noting that, quote, Temecula is one of only 33 cities and counties in California, Alaska, Arizona, and Washington to see an upgrade in their bond rating. Temecula has maintained a very strong financial position and will finish fiscal year 2009 with a balanced general fund, end quote. So let's take a look at the city's budget for 2009 and see how things are shaping up. In our 2008-9 adopted budget of $63 million, retail sales tax represents the largest share of revenues at 44%. And while most people think that property taxes fund local government, it's actually retail sales tax that drives Temecula's economic engine. Those monies are used to fund police and fire, things that add to our wonderful quality of life, like our library and museums, parks, and the community theater, things like that. To inform residents about how their sales tax dollars are used and the importance of supporting our local businesses, the City and Chamber of Commerce have partnered in a rigorous Shop Temecula First campaign. The effort will use media, print ads, websites, flyers, Temecula TV3, and a coordinated outreach by local businesses to inform people that the dollars they spend in Temecula stay in Temecula to pay for the things that improve our quality of life. The Shop Temecula First campaign is underway, and we need your help to spread the word. There are flyers in the back of the room, so when you leave today, if you could please take those with you, distribute them to your friends and your customers. Now more than ever, we need to keep Temecula's dollars in Temecula. Through a cooperative marketing agreement, Pechanga and the Temecula Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau and the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce have partnered to market Temecula and the region as a top Southern California destination. Now branded Southern California's wine country, this collaborative effort has produced ads heard and seen thousands of times each day on TV, radio, and the internet, and in major publications nationwide. And that is a signature song. You cannot turn on the radio on any station in Southern California without hearing that fabulous marketing piece. No discussion of revenue would be complete without highlighting Southern California's wine country at Temecula and the $600 million generated each year through tourism. In challenging economic times and good times, visitors have seen the value in a 3-day Temecula stay, occupying our hotel rooms, patronizing our restaurants, visiting Old Town, shopping at the mall, and throughout the city. They visit California's best wine country and our more than 30 wineries, including California's #1 winery, South Coast Winery and Resort. In June of 2008, at the California State Fair Commercial Wine Competition, South Coast Winery won Best of State, Best of Region, 12 Best of Class, 1 double gold, 5 gold medals, plus the top prize in California winemaking, the Golden Bear. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Congratulations, South Coast Winery. This 150-year-old competition is the oldest and most prestigious in North America, attracting nearly 2,000 entries from California's top wineries. Temecula shares in the excitement and honors South Coast Winery for its outstanding achievement, and we can only say, eat your heart out, Napa and Sonoma. Finally, it's about time. Now that we have a picture of Temecula's revenues, let's see how the city prioritizes those revenues in the annual budget. As we discussed earlier, the City Council's highest priority is public safety. This is reflected in the annual budget with police and fire protection garnering 44% of the budget. Next is public works, and those are the things like roads and bridges, trails, things that we saw in the video, followed by community development, administration, debt service, and the other line items that you see here. As we preview the projects and programs slated for completion in 2009, I'd like to take a minute to recognize and thank my fellow council members for their service and consistent commitment to supporting the types of projects and programs that our residents value as key to Temecula's quality of life. So Mayor Pro Tem Jeff Comachero, would you please stand so that we can thank you for your service? Thank you. Mayor Mike Nagar is here this morning. Stand up. Past Mayor Mike Nagar. Council Member Chuck Washington. And our senior statesman, Ron Roberts, couldn't be here this morning because he's out fixing every major freeway in Southern California through his associations with all of the transportation issues. So we thank Councilmember Roberts for his service as well. It's an honor to serve with you gentlemen. I can't tell you what an honor it is. Attracting and retaining vibrant businesses and clean industry, providing exceptional public safety, and preserving open space are also key components in Temecula's foundations for success. There are many things in store, wonderful things in store for 2009. Since 1989, Temecula has demonstrated a commitment to open space and habitat conservation by purchasing land at its borders. The 200-acre Rorapah Ranch Reserve, and more recently the purchase of 64 acres in the hills immediately to the west of Old Town, are examples of that commitment. Temecula's 1993 general plan established a legal foundation for preservation of open space and a desire for local control of our sphere of influence. And one of the areas designated in that 1993 general plan for future annexation included almost 5,000 acres southwest of the city. The Santa Margarita Ecological Reserve and Annexation Area consists of both private and public lands located in the hills along our southwest city boundary. Most of this land is undisturbed natural open space within San Diego State University's Santa Margarita Ecological Reserve. The Local Agency Formation Commission, or LAFCO, has scheduled a hearing on June 4th at the County Administrative Center in Riverside to decide whether or not the city can extend our city limits to protect this pristine area. It's extremely important that Temecula residents are heard on this issue. So please plan to attend that June 4th LAFCO hearing in Riverside to participate in a decision that will have historic impacts on our city and our quality of life. And if you need more information on this issue, you can go to the city website at www.cityoftemecula.org. Oh, thank you. In January, the City of Temecula, the Temecula Valley Unified School District, and the County of Riverside each approved the formation of the Temecula Valley City County Schools Partnership, CCS. This partnership was recommended by Barbara Tooker, a dear friend and a 17-year veteran of the Temecula Valley Unified School District Governing Board. And she's also a board member on the state level. She was a board member of the California School Boards Association. This is the first formal CCS partnership in the state. The agencies will meet quarterly to discuss items of mutual interest, including youth concerns, safety issues, community development, and the youth participating in the foster care system. And I know that TVUSD Governing Board member Bob Brown is here this morning, so we'd like to recognize and thank him for being here. Our partnership with the school district is just invaluable to the services that we can provide for Temecula residents. So, Mr. Brown, I know you're back there somewhere, so thank you. Knowing that all projects have a direct impact on Temecula's quality of life, the city is developing a quality of life master plan. Currently in process, the city will solicit input from residents, business owners, and key stakeholders. Participants will consider and discuss the Temecula of 2030. They will establish a vision, set goals, and help to develop a plan of action to attain those goals. The Mayor's Summer Youth Employment Program, run by the city's Community Services Department, will debut in June, placing at least 250 14 to 24-year-olds with employers during the summer months. Throughout their employment, program participants will be mentored by city staff members. And this program was made possible through a partnership with Riverside County's 3rd District and $20,000 in funding from the Office of Supervisor Jeff Stone. And Supervisor Stone is here this morning with us. Jeff, please stand up, and thank you so much for your participation in this program. Supervisor Stone may be in Riverside, but he's never very far from our hearts. He's still part of our family, and it's very, very important that we have that local representation in Riverside. It has truly made a difference in the representation that Southwest County gets at the county level. So Supervisor Stone, thank you for everything that you've done for us. Earlier we saw the video highlighting the much anticipated completion of Pechanga Parkway improvements, and we wanted to extend our appreciation for the collaborative partnership the city has with the Pechanga tribe. Their efforts and commitment to this major capital improvement project have been vital to its expected completion in June of 2009. Looking ahead, the city's confident that we will continue to accomplish great things through this solid government-to-government relationship. So we want to extend our sincerest thanks to the Pechanga tribe for hosting this event this morning. So thank you so much. After record flooding in 1993 left Old Town underwater, Congress established the Army Corps of Engineers as the lead agency for the Murrieta Creek Flood Control Project. Phases 1 through 4 of this project will provide $120 million in flood control, habitat restoration, and recreation improvements in and along Murrieta Creek from Temecula Parkway beyond Winchester Road. The cities work closely with our partners, the City of Murrieta and Riverside County Flood Control, as well as our leadership in Washington, D.C., and the Army Corps to secure funding for this Phase 2 of this vital project. When completed, the improvements will protect Old Town and Camp Pendleton from the devastation of a 100-year flood event. We'd like to recognize and thank our partners in this event, in this endeavor. And I know Murrieta City Council members are here today, so would you please stand up so that we can recognize and thank you this morning. Gary Tomasian, Mayor. Mayor Pro Tem Kelly Bennett, thank you. Councilmember Rick Gibbs, Randon Lane, and the senior member of the council, Doug McAllister. They're all here this morning. Thank you. We really value our partnership with Murrieta, and thank you for everything that you do to assist the region. We need to thank also our Washington, D.C. representatives who have really stepped up to the plate in representing Temecula and Murrieta in the region in this endeavor, and that would be Senators Barbara Boxer and Dianne Feinstein, Congressman Darrell Issa, Congresswoman Mary Bono. They have shown strong support for funding for the Murrieta Creek Flood Control Project, so we appreciate their efforts as well. 2009 will see a 5-story, 125,000 square foot Crown Plaza Hotel rising on Jefferson Avenue near Rancho California Road. This hotel will feature 168 guest rooms, a grand ballroom, restaurant and cocktail lounge, health club, spa, and an outdoor terrace. Plans have been submitted to the city for a 78-room, 42,000 square foot Comfort Suites hotel. Located adjacent to Embassy Suites, this project is expected to break ground in the fall. Spring Hill Suites by Marriott is located on Jefferson near Rancho California Road. This project is nearing completion with a grand opening target date in July. With the completion of their new facility, a 525,000 square foot parking structure and a pedestrian bridge spanning 110 feet across Inez Road, Abbott Vascular has expanded its presence in Temecula and remains the largest corporate employer in the city. Abbott Vascular manufactures a wide array of products to treat cardiovascular disease. They make the world's best-selling drug-eluting coronary stent right here in Temecula. Fletcher Jones Mercedes-Benz will construct a new 80,000 square foot dealership with freeway frontage north of Date Street on Inez Road. The city is currently reviewing grading and building plans for this new dealership. The warehouse at Creekside is a 30,000 square foot, 3-story mixed-use project in Old Town located on 3rd Street. The project will include a restaurant on the ground floor, residential units above, and underground parking. The Truax building is a 64,000 square foot mixed-use project in Old Town located on the northwest corner of Mercedes and 2nd Street. This project will have retail on the 1st floor with office space on floors 2, 3, and 4. The French Valley Parkway Freeway interchange will provide separate access roads north and southbound between Winchester Road and the 215 freeway. These access roads will run parallel to the freeway, providing completely separate corridors to reduce congestion on the 15 at the Y. This project will also include 3 new 2-lane off-ramps from the southbound 15 between the 215 and Winchester Road. The Interstate 15 and Temecula Parkway Ultimate Interchange will provide and improve access to I-15 from Temecula Parkway. Without this freeway improvement, studies show that traffic will exceed the capacity of the existing interchange. The Walmart expansion on Temecula Parkway will convert the existing Walmart to a super Walmart, adding a grocery store and expanded pharmacy. Construction is underway with expected completion in the fall of 2009. The widening of Butterfield Stage Road will be completed from La Serena to Murrieta Hot Springs to improve traffic circulation and provide an additional north-south corridor through the city. The Old Town Main Street Bridge replacement project will see the removal of the existing bridge, which was damaged by record water flows during the heavy rains of 2005. The new bridge will be a classic design that's compatible with the planned Murrieta Creek flood control project. Through input provided by neighborhood residents, the Phase 1 of Red Hawk Park improvements will include completion of the permanent Red Hawk Dog Park, shade structures, picnic tables, and a restroom. Phase 2 will include a tot lot, shade structures, drainage improvements, and improved accessibility. And finally, Southwest Healthcare System's Regional Hospital on Temecula Parkway was approved by the City Council in 2006. Hospital plans were then submitted to California's Office of Statewide Health Planning and Development, or OSHPD, for review and approval. And more than 3 years later, those plans remain in Sacramento at OSHPD. Despite repeated efforts to move this project along, it still remains stalled. To address this situation, the City of Temecula, the Temecula Chamber of Commerce, Southwest California Legislative Council, Southwest Riverside County Economic Development Corporation, Temecula Valley Convention and Visitors Bureau, California legislators, Temecula business leaders, and residents, and as you can see, that just includes everyone, have launched an aggressive email and letter campaign asking Governor Schwarzenegger to investigate and solve this problem. Our message to the governor is simple and it's clear. Temecula residents need this hospital now, right now, not tomorrow, now. And if you'd like to join this effort, yes, I agree with you, it's vital. If you'd like to join this effort and send a letter to the governor, you can log on to www.cityoftemecula.org, the city website, and click on the Call to Action banner. From there, you can send a digital letter to the governor asking him to look into the delays affecting the approval of Temecula's regional hospital and the Rancho Springs expansion in Murrieta. The health and safety of you and your families and Temecula Valley residents depends on the availability of quality health care, and we need your help. So thank you for logging on and sending a letter. These ambitious projects, everything that you've seen this morning, demonstrate the faith that private development has in the City of Temecula, as well as the City Council's commitment to provide exceptional infrastructure. In addition to supporting quality of life projects such as everything you've seen. The city values our relationships with our nonprofit partners to support the social needs of the community. Each year, thousands of Temecula residents volunteer for nonprofit organizations serving residents with a wide range of programs and services. The City of Temecula helps to fund these organizations, supporting their community outreach efforts to provide tangible items like food, clothing, shelter, counseling, medical help, education, and referrals to county agencies. Letitia Bell O'Toole, my Irish grandmother, who lived to be 98 years old, always said, the best way to make yourself feel good is to do something for someone else. In January, Temecula residents were challenged to get involved, or as City Manager Sean Nelson says, to live a life of significance through volunteer service. Temecula is a city of compassionate and caring people who serve others and the community in many ways. I'm going to talk about a lot of these organizations in the next few minutes. As each organization is mentioned, I would really like it if the volunteers for that organization, staff, directors, or board members would just stand up, quickly stand up so that we can see who you are. I want people to be able to attach a face to some of these organizations. So first, we're going to talk about the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southwest Riverside County. Now just stand up, and then you can sit down. Boys and Girls Clubs provide a safe and nurturing after-school environment at its 2 Temecula clubs with homework assistance, recreational opportunities, and positive role models for hundreds of children annually in 1st through 12th grades. People Helping People provides ongoing support for people in need. In 2008, remarkable Denny and Marianne Mile provided Christmas gifts for more than 6,000 area children, as well as food, clothing, and shelter. In 2008, Habitat for Humanity, I know you guys are out there, I saw you this morning. Habitat for Humanity built and sold 7 houses in Old Town Temecula. The organization enlists volunteer labor and donations of money and materials to build or rehabilitate beautiful, affordable houses. These houses are sold to partner families at no profit with no interest loans. In addition to its many community service projects, in 2008, the Rotary Club of Temecula donated more than 40 bicycles. There are a lot of Rotarians here today. I've got my pin on, no fines for me. I know you're out there. They donated more than 40 bicycles to the Boys and Girls Club of Temecula, distributed hundreds of Thanksgiving and Christmas baskets to needy families. Rotary Club also donated more than $22,000 in scholarships to Temecula graduating seniors, and Councilmember Chuck Washington heads up that committee. Every year we converge on his living room, and we sit around and we read all those scholarships. And you'll see Rotarians providing traffic control and volunteer service at city parades and events all over town. Wonderful organization. Temecula-based Western Eagle Foundation turned its nonprofit warehouse into a Christmas carnival with a petting zoo, face painting, Mr. and Mrs. Claus, bounce houses, food, and gifts for local needy children. Project Touch, Circle of Care, and His Light on the Hill Church provided gifts, foods, and holiday celebration for local children and families in need. And as a part of a program developed by the City of Temecula and the Temecula Police Department, these and other churches coordinate their efforts to serve the homeless, rotating duties from one church to another on a weekly basis. They are actually on call from week to week, providing whatever services are needed when those calls come in. It's a remarkable service and a remarkable statement on the part of our local church community. The Assistance League of Temecula Valley is an all-volunteer organization that owns and operates Castaways Thrift Shop on Via Montezuma in Temecula. In 2008, ALTV's Operation School Bell program provided new clothing to more than 2,000 needy children in this valley. 5 days per week, OSB volunteers help children pick out 3 complete outfits of new clothes. This also includes a coat, new shoes, a backpack filled with school supplies, an age-appropriate hygiene kit, and a reading book. And these children are referred to OSB by school district health clerks in Temecula, Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, Menifee, and unincorporated Riverside County. Since 1992, the Assistance League has clothed more than 15,000 needy children in this valley. 15,000 children. And I will tell you from firsthand experience, for many of these children, it's the first article of new clothing they have ever owned, and the first reading book that has ever been truly their own to take home. So thank you, ladies, for everything that you do. The community pantry serves warm meals every weekday to hundreds of homeless individuals and families and provides information and referrals to county services. The Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce Student of the Month program honors 2 students per month from each of Temecula's 5 high schools. At monthly luncheons, 10 students are recognized by local leaders, teachers, administrators, and business owners. Students of the month are eligible to be named the Temecula Valley Chamber of Commerce Student of the Year, and each of the 10 finalists receives a $1,500 scholarship. Oak Grove Institute is a 24-hour residential and educational treatment center serving 76 children who live on campus and an additional 80 to 90 students who attend school each day. Children and youth who exhibit a variety of psychological and behavioral problems receive support and learn to deal with daily life in a nurturing and compassionate environment. Safe Alternatives for Everyone, or SAFE, provide services for thousands of children, youth, and families annually who've experienced or are at risk for abuse and violence. SAFE also runs the Temecula PAL program, the Police Activities League, which pairs kids with cops for special outings like deep-sea fishing, 2-day trips on horseback, beachcombing, backpacking. It's a wonderful organization. The City of Temecula supports signature events that bring positive publicity to the city, attract thousands of visitors, and help to raise money for worthy local causes. And again, as I mention each of these events, just quickly stand up so that we can put a face with the event so we'll know who you are. Temecula Valley Balloon and Wine Festival, Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, Old Town Western Days. There's so much going on in Old Town. Please join me in thanking these organizations, their directors and volunteers, as well as the many local organizations that weren't named today. This is one thing that makes Temecula so special. Our volunteer organizations serve tens of thousands of Valley residents each year in every way imaginable. They do it quietly, without fanfare. And honestly, as I walked around the room this morning, I talked to so many friends who work tirelessly day after day to help others. These organizations and the people who serve them represent the very heart of Temecula and another important keystone in Temecula's foundation for success. Today we've looked at Temecula's accomplishments in 2008, and we've had a preview of some of the exciting projects planned for 2009. We've acknowledged the economic challenges facing every sector of our community, and we've outlined programs the city has established to support businesses and residents. Today's theme, A Foundation for Success, was chosen because we live in a very special place. With more than 100,000 residents and a sphere of influence that covers 52 square miles and generates hundreds of millions of dollars annually, we've managed to retain our small town charm. Why? Before I answer the question, I want you to do me a favor. I want you to look around the room, start looking around the room, and I want you to look around and I want you to see how many people you know that are just around your table. And when you see somebody you know, I want you to raise your hand and kind of wave and acknowledge. So just look around the room. Yeah, okay. It's like church, isn't it? This room is filled with friends, colleagues, customers, people you volunteer with, your neighbors, your service providers, your vendors, your partners in education, faith, community service, your city leadership and staff, people from the school district. Ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at Temecula. This is it. It is our close-knit relationships that set us apart and give us our small-town charm. We know and trust each other. We celebrate each other's victories. We problem solve. We serve. We make things happen. We plan and dream and succeed together. Temecula is a very special place. In this, our 20th year as a city, we can look back with pride and we can look ahead with confidence because together we've planned and built and nurtured a beautiful city that remains rock solid. Temecula is a foundation for success. I want you to take that home. I want you to take it back to work with you. And I thank you so much for being here today. I love you all very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes our program. You're welcome to view today's video presentation on the city website at www.cityoftemecula.org. And this event will also be rebroadcast on Time Warner Cable Channel 3. Thank you for attending and have a great day.